everyone. Welcome to Samvad 3. Samvad is an interactive dialogue between School of Corporate Innovation and Leadership along with our visionary leaders at MIT ADT University. And today, we are glad to have with us Professor Anand Belhe sir, who is Dean for Institute of Design as well as School of Architecture. Welcome, sir, for Samvad 3.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yes, sir. Thanks a lot. Sir, we would like to know, based on your vast journey, how the key experiences has shaped your career in the field of design.
Okay, let me start at the onset. I joined National Institute of Design way back in 1982, and this was a 5.5 years design education program then. I completed that in 5 years and I have still got a record out there. I also designed the first injection molded chair in India in those days, and that was for Bright Brothers, for which I got an award of achievement for outstanding scholastic success, the equivalent of a gold medal then. My professors back then were European tutors also. Professor Gerd Langer told me that I should study architecture after design because I was too young to start anything. So I started architecture in School of Applied Arts in Vienna in 1988 and I completed that in 1990. 1991 I came back and I realized that India was underdeveloped in those days and there was nobody to do a consultancy design service for. So I decided to take the slightly harder road and I started a startup, so-called startup that we call it today.
Right.
And this was for the bending of laminates, which is called post-forming. I pioneered that in collaboration with the industry, with Formica India, way back in 1991 and 92. And that was my beginning of the journey in the professional field of design. So I decided to go the hard way and I said that let me be the manufacturer myself and the designer too. Today you call it a startup, but way back it was called a small scale industry.
Right.
And we didn't get any support either from family or from the government or the banks. We took the very hard route. It's much easier today as a startup culture in India. So I'm really an original startup person who started a design startup way back in 1992.
Wow, great. That's wonderful, sir. So since we are thinking about the startups, MIT ADT University is also focusing on the new age era and our vision is to motivate entrepreneurship and innovation. So what do you think how this vision will be beneficial for the design students?
So basically, students need to have a prototype to market kind of a mindset. So we at MIT ID take the students through each project, and the end of the project there is a prototype.
Right.
We have developed this culture,
Okay.
but that prototype through our systems of Kriya and the Atal incubation that we have at MIT University, we should be able to take the prototype to market. That means a student has developed something in the classroom project.
Okay.
The prototype is made, but then he approaches Kriya, and through Kriya, we make that into a final product, and that product gets incubated through the Atal mission.
Okay.
So that's the way we are promoting the students to do the prototyping part in MIT ID.
Okay, that's great. So this is how the process we are following and motivating students
we are
for
also
entrepreneurship.
we are also trying to promote a cross-disciplinary and interdisciplinary collaboration between, let's say, we have a product that is developed by a student at MIT ID. We collaborate with the engineering people and the School of Engineering and School of Design get together on one of those Kriya or Atal projects.
Okay.
And then we come out with a design incubation, which leads to, we have 2 or 3 such success stories where our incubators have now got their startups.
Oh,
from
that's
design.
great. Okay. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Along with this entrepreneurship, do you really think the cultural values, cultural awareness, as well as social responsibilities things, these things are really important while accepting any project or having tie-ups with any companies for design professional?
Yes, absolutely. You see, designers cannot design out of context. So we at very onset from the very first design process, we we make our students go into the villages. They get a environmental exposure opportunity.
Okay.
They mingle with the villagers, or they will mingle with the city area people for whom they are solving the problem. They will empathize with those communities.
Right.
They learn to use anthropological tools to go in the village, and through interaction with the villagers, studying their lifestyles, empathizing with them, they develop this sensitivity
Okay.
towards designing for people. Basically, design is not done in isolation, it's always done for people. Now, whether you are doing it for local community, or for your district, or for your region, or for your nation, these are the things that then get scaled up. But basically, you are designing it for the society.
Right.
So designers don't design in isolation, they always design for society. Design, the difference between art and design is, art is you're doing creativity for yourself, but design is always for somebody else, and that somebody else on a larger scale is always the society.
Right. Very true. So nowadays, since the era is changing very fast, right? So to maintain the trend or to have that competitiveness, along with that, what do you think? How can a particular design professional maintain the originality as well as authenticity?
Yeah, to be original and authentic, we teach them the design process.
Okay.
And so the three aspects of design education: building up of skills, building up of knowledge, and building up of attitude. Now, in that larger umbrella of attitude also comes ethics.
Okay. Right.
So we nurture the students over a period of time to develop all these three. And when they develop that ability to empathize with people, have good morals and ethics, then only they are able to design good products, because good products come from good human beings. So we also teach them to be good human beings. That's very important for any designer. Firstly, you have to be a very good human being. You should be able to empathize with your users, your society. Then only you will be able to design good products or solve problems. Today, design is not only about designing products. As the world is getting more and more complex, the design problems are getting larger,
Right.
and we are solving much larger problems. Designers today solve a transportation problem for the entire planning of a city. Now, for that, you need design thinking, you need systems thinking. It is not only about designing a product, but that education comes in use, that design thinking comes in use while you're solving such huge problems.
Right. So, since we are talking about the problem-solving approach as well, so here at MIT SCIL, we focuses on the aptitude skills as well as communication skills, presentation skills. So, what do you think? How these kind of trainings will help design students to solve the problems, to have a better presentation skills? Do you really think these things will be essential for any design professional?
See, communication in any profession is the most important part of that profession. You might do the best work, but if you are not able to communicate that with your client or with somebody opposite you in the market, then it has zero value. So, this is a very, very essential thing that has been promoted by this particular school in MIT ADT University, and that is benefiting our students tremendously. Our students are learning new languages, they are also learning how to communicate, because we teach them to communicate through drawings.
Okay.
But the verbal communication,
Right.
as well as the written communication, is very important in today's day and time. Yeah?
Right. Yes. So, sir, any final message would you like to pass on to our students for pursue their career?
Yeah. Firstly, design is more than creating beautiful things. It's about solving real life problems, shaping experiences, and making meaningful impact on people's lives. From my own journey, starting as a young student at NID, working with global masters, the startup that I found and leading academic institutions, I have learned that true originality comes from deep understanding about your context and staying true to your values.
Very true, sir.
So, as students, I encourage you to be curious and be open minded, but always have your roots where you are. Though it is a global world today, the students are in a global society, but having your roots in your culture and your context is very, very important for design. You also have to have the highest moral and ethic values. Design plus AI, design plus new technologies is going to change the world. But if you don't have the moral and ethic values in place, it's not going to help you at all. So, my suggestion and my advice to the generations is be grounded with your culture, be grounded with your morals, be grounded with your ethics, and that's going to take you in the long journey. Your skills might be taken away by AI tomorrow. Your aptitude as a designer might be questioned, but your roots, if they are intact, then nobody is going to take that away from you. You are going to sail through. So that's my message to all the upcoming students and generations, that keep learning, keep adapting to new ideas, new technology, AI and all that, but be rooted with your values, be rooted with your culture, be rooted with your ethics, and you will sail through.
Yes, thanks a lot, sir, for your valuable time and inputs. It will really help our MIT ADT students to pursue their career. And thank you so much for having on this platform.
Thank you so much. Pleasure is all.